Good morning, survivors. China has developed the most perfect parasite system, evil system, extremely evil system, nonetheless, very effective. And they got it from the US. They just ironed out the wrinkles, they fixed all the kinks. They were paying attention to what America was doing, and they seen that when America made a mistake, they took note of that so that they wouldn't make a mistake when they repeated the same system. Because as soon as they seen it, they seen how successful it was, because it was very successful, the parasite system within the Americas. Because it was built, at first, we were running naturally where we were all giving in an infinite way, meaning that the circle kept getting passed around. We would circulate all of the resources of that we have obtained within the economy. That's why America was so rich for one point of time, and then we were advanced in certain forms of combat and different things like that, that we were able to monetize that. So America was a very rich country at one point in time, believe it or not, when you look at your country now, right? But that hasn't truly been the case for us since 1934. And we already know all that. We done research. If you're watching this video, you understand what that means, because you wouldn't be watching this far. This is like my 90th video, or 91st. So I produce a lot of content in a short amount of time, because I am actually just coming up with this off the head after I'm doing my research and sitting down and meditating. I just come off the head and give you these facts because I know that you and people like us really need them. We are the survivors, so we need to know these skills. But China perfected our parasite system. They did. They truly perfected the parasite system. Look at what's going on over there right now. It's proof that they have perfected it. You see, their citizens don't have deadly firearms and melee weapons like we do over in Western society, especially America, because they don't even have that in Britain. Things like countries like Britain and France, things like that, you can't carry no type of melee weapons. I mean, pew pews. You can't carry pew pews over there. So that's what's the whole parasite system within America, where they want you to give up your pew pews, your weapons, your firearms, so that they can disarm you like these other countries have disarmed their citizens. That's where they have perfected the parasite system, because a lot of countries mimicked America when they seen that system because it was very successful. It worked at that time. But it's a system that is very fragile, because all it takes is for the citizens not to believe in the system, and it's gonna drought, it's gonna plummet. Done. Deceased. Society exploded. The Big Bang happened in a civilization. So they have perfected it to where they got all the citizens of Shanghai locked up right now. The third biggest city in the world is under very strict lockdown. Shanghai, China. This is the proof of their perfected system because those are billions of people there. And their system was working so much better that China is producing more billionaires than we are over here. All of the Americans here are so busy trying to be greedy bastards that we're not circulating the money enough. They're keeping it tucked tight. And because all of the shortages and the hyperinflation is happening, they're keeping it even tucked tighter. That's what's going on. So China, on the other hand, has perfected its economy. They're doing a lot of production. If the whole entire over 85% of the globe wants to do business with them, China is doing trade with everyone. Like I said, people copied the American Parasite System. That's who they got the idea from. Because it works. It just works for a short period of time. That's why that's most parasite systems are ran like republics, because most republics only last 300 to 400 years before the civilization crashes, before the people crash, before that era is seen in a major decline. So China has perfected their system to where they are in the world's pockets. They have their hands in the world's pockets. And you see that they just moved onto the Solomon Islands, where they're going to be able to build a Chinese military base there. The U.S. doesn't want that. The U.S. feels like it would be a major advantage for the Chinese to acquire a military base in the Solomon Islands. So we're actually bumping heads about it, just like we're bumping heads about the Taiwan situation, because we're not all dumb. Some of us understand that Taiwan is a major advantage for China, so we want to keep it away from them. We already have dealings with them. We see that they have their eyes on it, so we're like, all right, we won't let you acquire that. %85 of the world does dealing with this country. Billions of citizens, billions upon billions. This nation is pushing out a lot of production because they are in the favor of that many countries. Their work is being desired. Their imports. It's all imported. These billionaires want to keep all the money to themselves instead of create a system to where at least more billionaires are made so even more money can flood around, like China. But we're not going to do that. We're too greedy. The 7 deadly sins were written here. We're too greedy, too envious. It would never last, and that's why it hasn't. And China has huge dealings in technology as well. A lot of people don't know this. Just like a lot of people don't know that the majority of war games that were held in the last 20 years, where America did a simulation war against China and other countries like Russia, and they lost for 20 years in a row. That's not good. That's not good. We lost in a simulation battle to them for over 20 years straight. But people are overconfident in thinking that we can take on countries like China and Russia, especially Russia. That's all they ever put their money towards. Russia only put their money towards military power and nuclear weapons. They were built for war. Russians were built for war. They bred them a certain way on purpose. Russian isn't a nation, it's a breed. You have to understand. And she will have access to all of those resources when they hit us, when they swipe us. And it's going to begin with Taiwan. And karma will befall upon America. Their own technique is about to get used against them. So, for those that understand how the deep ways, some I obviously can't even get into because it's YouTube. So, for the people that understand that China has perfected the American system, the parasite system, and made it to where it runs on itself much longer. So, man, a lot of people don't understand that this is going on and what's going on right now. So, we're in legendary times. We are in historic times right now. So this has never happened before, but it's about to happen. So strap up, stay focused, and understand that the main worry that you will have is your fellow neighbors, because you're going to see what they really feel like when they're starving and their families are starving. Let's see how friendly they are then. Peace.